On August 25th, YouTube personalities KSI, Logan Paul, and their younger brothers Jake Paul and Deji are going to be boxing each other in front of an estimated 100 million viewers, plus a packed Manchester arena. So many people have very different opinions on this fight. Not only about the fight itself, is it good for YouTube, is it good for boxing, but simply, who do you think is going to win the fight, right? What the outcomes will be, right? So, I thought I'd share my own opinion, give my own input on this fight, because, in my opinion, I think this is going to be really cool. I think that this could be something good. Who I think will win, I'll get to that. So I'll start. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to start from one side of the spectrum of opinions. I'm going to say what one side of the argument thinks, and then I'm going to jump onto the other side of the argument and say what they think. So, about, is this fight good for, well, a lot of people are saying, in fact, a lot of the YouTubers I really like, so like you got PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye's dropped hints at this. I think Markiplier's said stuff about, they think that this is a money grab. A lot more people think that too. I just can't think of anybody off the top of my head. But they think this is just a money grab. The four brothers are just all they're not doing it for the sport. They're not doing it for YouTube. They're not doing it because they actually hate each other. They're doing it for just for the money. Which, right? So I guess that's a fair point. That's a fair point. But then if you jump to the other side, you can say all boxing fights are just for the money. That's why boxers make so much money. These guys, other than the fact that they haven't had a career of boxing like most boxers have, they're training just like a real boxer would. They're gonna fight in front of tons of people just like a real boxer would. They're gonna make money off the pay-per-view just like a real boxer would. Like, it's a money grab no matter what side you look at. So you're saying that it's okay for a professional boxer to do it, but these guys can't? Like, they're just, it's like someone saying, I want to become a professional boxer. These guys can have those dreams as well, right? These guys can want to become professional boxers. Like KSI said, he wants to go to professional boxing, that's a whole other thing. That's not very smart. He's already making tons of cash on YouTube. He doesn't need to go get, like, brain damage, make money getting brain damage when he's already got a safe desk job that's fun and gets him tons of cash. Anyway, these guys are just taking a different road into professional boxing. Most guys will just train, they train at a small gym and they'll try and get noticed like that. These guys already have a platform, so they can train and then they can fight. And their first fight, well, first for Logan, second for KSI, their first fight can be in front of millions of people, and they could already get the attention that they want, so that maybe if they're good, they can get noticed, right? It's just like, these guys, you can't really say it's just a money grab if all boxing is like that. That's just how that's the way I think about it. Do these guys want the money? Yes, of course. I'm not saying that they're doing this out of the goodness of their hearts and they want to improve the YouTube community. No, they want some cash, of course. But at the same time, this isn't all just for cash. I know KSI has been looking into boxing. He's been going to a UFC gym and using their professional equipment, and he's been really into it. And after he beat Weller, he calls out Logan Paul and Jake Paul.
Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, I don't care. Bring it.
Now this wasn't just because you could say this was because he knew Logan and Jake were super relevant. They're the face of YouTube right now, sadly. They're the face of YouTube right now, and he knows if he fought them, there'd be a ton more people watching, a lot more cash. I'd imagine everybody in England, if you look at I'm going to get into this later, but if you look at that press conference that just happened in the UK, people in the UK don't like him. They really don't like him. So I'd imagine KSI feels the same way, same hate. So this isn't just a fight fueled for money. There's also some beef involved in the fight. And then you could also say, like, does a real boxing match ever have real, beef? Does a real boxing match ever start because the two guys were butting heads in some way? No. Their managing teams said, hey, let's fight this guy. They make a deal. Maybe there's some money involved, and then bam, they're fighting. They don't hate each other. Maybe they hate each other after the press conference, but these guys barely know each other most of the time, at least, right? So can't criticize them for just doing this for money. So who's gonna win? Let's start with the minor fight. We got Jake and we got Deji. So everybody is making fun of Deji, Jake included, of course.
Whoa! Watch him! Watch him! Okay. Please, Jake. All right.
But everybody's making fun of Deji, and I kind of like him. I feel bad, but like Akeem starts in his video, Jake's taller. Jake looks stronger than him. I think Jake's gonna win. I don't want him to, but I think Jake's gonna win. If I saw Deji beat him, it'd be pretty sweet. I think it'd be pretty amazing. I would love that, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I haven't seen many training videos of Deji or Jake, so it's almost like you're just looking at these two guys and guessing who's gonna win. Like, I've seen Deji training. I haven't seen Jake. He hasn't posted much at all of his training. So yeah, I don't know. I hope Deji wins, but I don't think he will. Yeah, I don't think he will. There's not much to talk about that fight because they're showing very little of their training. So the big event, KSI and Logan. I honestly think KSI is gonna win because of many reasons. Now people were believing. So there's this video that went around of KSI knocking out his trainer, this big, like, heavy black guy, like, not fat, but like he's a big guy, probably weighs a lot, and Logan knocked him to the ground. And it seems really, some people were just seeing it and believing it. Me, along with a lot of other people, didn't. So where is he? He's boxing him. He's sparring him, at least. He's just practicing. That's the big KO. Now, I saw a video. Hold on, I'll let you watch it. And the guy fell down. Now, people have picked this apart and said that it's not real. So I'm not gonna play this video in my video because I don't want any copyright crap. So he mentions that, you can see here, he zooms in on their feet. KSI. Logan's moving on the balls of his feet. He's staying on his toes. He's being very agile. And the guy he's sparring with, he's putting his heels right onto the ground. Like, his heels are touching the ground. He's just walking around normally. Obviously, if you're walking flat on your feet, you're gonna get knocked out. Like, you're gonna fall back if someone hits you. Like, but then if you're standing on your toes, it's just basic. The laws of, not laws of gravity, but it's how your body works. It's how you balance. You stay on your toes and you stay balanced. That's why Logan's doing it, because he knows what he's doing. This guy, either he doesn't know what he's doing, or they purposely made him. They just told him to sit on his heel and then get knocked over. So they're also saying that Logan, when he sees the punch coming, they call it I'm gonna mute it because it's getting annoying. He calls it the haymaker. I'm not sure what that is, but you'll see the punch comes in. So the jab comes in and he moves his head, but he sticks his body out and exposes his whole body. And if you watch KSI's video,
notice how I'm going to the body. So many people forget how important body shots are. That's why I won the fight. 100% is why I won the fight, because I kept going to the body. I was breaking him down slowly. Body shots won't drop him, but they do damage, especially in the later round.
So if it's body shots, and Logan's doing that, exposing his whole front, KSI's plans, he's just gonna use the same plan he used against Weller. Maybe Logan, you can never know, maybe Logan's doing this, putting those little hints to make KSI fall into a trap. Maybe he did fake it to make him look really good, get the knockout, or maybe the point of this was to make KSI fall for something. That would be smart, I don't know. But people are saying that, oh, Logan's gonna win because of this knockout. It's like, KSI hasn't shown him sparring, like, he's shown himself sparring with people, but like, just because he hasn't shown himself knocking out a trainer, he's gonna lose. Like, that doesn't make much sense. Plus, this guy's really picking it apart. So he says Logan here used his opponent's weight, because his opponent's heavy. He used his opponent's weight to his advantage. He basically baited him in. The guy came in once again on his heels. He's gonna fall over, and then Logan got the jab in, which then again could be staged, or honestly, I think some part of this has to be staged, unless they just got some guy that hasn't been taught about footwork to go fight Logan, to spar Logan, sorry. Because it seemed very odd. And, well, not odd, but, like, it can't be real. There's no way this is like a really, there's no way this is a trainer that knows what he's doing that's sparring him, you know what I mean? Like, if this there's no way this is a really good trainer that's trying. Like, maybe this is a great trainer, but I'm not saying this guy's a bad trainer. I'm saying either he's a bad trainer, or he's like, he doesn't know what he's doing, or he knows what he's doing and he's purposely not doing it. I don't want to say he's a bad trainer. I have no idea, right? Yeah, so I really think KSI will win. I just referenced this. I haven't said why I think KSI will win. Because of his experience. He's fought before. He seemed and he's got this confidence about him.
I'm a god.
You're a god?
Yeah,
this is what God looks like?
I am the ruler over the kings of the earth. I am the Prince of Peace. I am the King of Kings, the righteous King, the King of the Jews, the King of glory, the King of the ages, the King of heaven, and I am the Lord of lords.
I can't find it. There's images of him and Logan where they have like their faces next to each other and there's like stuff that they've said on their face. KSI's thing is he talks the talk and he walks the walk. So he's cocky, he's confident.
I'm a god.
But I mean, he fulfills. No, he carries through. Everything he says he's gonna do, he does it. Well, actually, I think he said he was gonna like knock out Weller in a certain round. I hate it when fighters predict the round that they're gonna knock out in, because it almost never happens. It's like throwing a guess out there. It's not like, whoa, he's brave. He's saying he's not gonna knock him out in that round. He's putting that out there. It's like he's just threw a guess out there. And if he's right, he's gonna look cool. But if he's wrong like every other boxer was. Anyway, KSI's confident. He has experience. And Weller was no weak guy. Weller was a professional athlete. That's what his trainers. That's what kept him confident. He wasn't confident enough. I think that's part of the reason he lost. He was nervous because he knew inside that he was a better fighter than KSI probably, but he got nervous when he was up there, and KSI overperformed as well. So, but Joe, he wasn't confident enough. But the thing he was confident in, that his trainers kept saying, is that he's an athlete, he's a professional athlete, and KSI is a YouTuber. That was his thing. So, KSI beat an athlete, a confident professional athlete that can box. I think he could beat Logan, who had some wrestling back in his day. Wrestling is so different from boxing. It's so different. So different. Like, Mayweather, McGregor, they try and make it look like McGregor is like, oh yeah, he put up a good fight. He put up a good fight against Mr. 50-0, 49-0 at the time. No, he didn't. Okay, I think it was really fake. I think I'm now going to another fight. I think Mayweather had 49-0, tied with Rocky Marciano, and he wanted to be the guy, the only guy to go 50-0. He wanted to make the merch, the 50-0, to put it on hats, put it on shirts, sell it, make cash, right? He really wanted that. He wasn't gonna go risking it, fighting someone who had the potential to beat him. Like, I don't want to go say names because I don't know their weight classes, but like Triple G. I don't know if he's in the weight class. Once again, I'm just throwing names out there. Triple G. Maybe a rematch against Pacquiao. That would be interesting. Well, Pacquiao's older now, but even that. The Mexican guy. Who is he? Mexican boxer. Canelo Alvarez. If he fought Canelo, he has maybe he still has the advantage, but he still has a chance of losing, right? He's like, you know what? No, I'm not risking it. I want that 50-0. So he's like, I'm gonna fight this UFC fighter that has no idea what he's doing. I'm gonna put him in a boxing ring, and I'm gonna box him. And I think he didn't want to be the guy to sell out like that. I feel like the light's bright. He didn't want to be the guy to sell out like that. To just like, just go for the money, go for the record, not worry about doing it properly. Not even in style, just doing it with integrity. he didn't want to be the guy that, sold out. So I think they told him to lay low to make Mayweather look a bit better. I'm not saying Mayweather can learn. He's a UFC fighter. He can transition to boxing, but you don't get the best UFC fighter, make him transition to boxing over almost a year of training. What was it? I forget. He doesn't just transition to boxing after about a year of training and then beat the best boxer in that weight. Like, it was just so Mayweather could get his 50-0. But that's an example of a wrestler, a UFC fighter. A UFC fighter couldn't even be a boxer, A UFC fighter that's allowed to punch. Logan couldn't punch. He was a wrestler. He would wrestle. They also had press conferences, everybody that was fighting. They had 2 press conferences, one in the US and one in the UK. So, KSI, in the US, they came out, and I was shocked. Because I live where I live, people don't really like Logan Paul or the Pauls here. They're not really big fans, and I just assume that they're not big fans everywhere, because I assume people are like, okay, filming dead bodies, animal abuse, ruining people's careers by trying to make them look like they physically abused someone. What else? Oh, that's something that I'm not going to bother remembering it. Just when I think of that stuff, I think, bad person, right? I guess people in LA don't think that. So in LA, when they did their press conference, I was shocked at how many people were supporting Logan. I say the crowd was, but it was still a split crowd. I say it was more like 60, 65 to 40, 35, you know what I mean? There was KSI fans there, but it was majority of the Paul fans. I say KSI, Deji as well. Majority Pauls. KSI came out and Deji, and they handled themselves well. They tried to take digs at the Pauls. They tried their best, but then they laid back because they were in enemy territory. Then when KSI brought Logan, that was more like what I thought it would be in LA. Nobody liked Logan. Well, I didn't think it would be like that. I thought there would be a few, but I thought it would be mostly KSI. Then they went to the UK, and it was all UK fans. It was insane. And Logan Paul started to cry, and honestly, I don't blame him. Like he was getting teary-eyed because it was like he was in a room full of people who absolutely hated him and were chanting horrible things at him. I wouldn't blame him for crying, but he kind of deserves it. I'm all for forgiveness. People are talking about that, like how you have to forgive Logan eventually, of course. But I think that's what he needs. I think that's what he needed. A room full of people that hate him, yelling at him, and then he couldn't take it anymore and he just left. That's all I have to say about this whole thing. I'm surprised I had that much to say. I didn't think I would have that much. I've been talking for 31 minutes. So, thank you guys for watching. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
How are you feeling?